Hello, good evening. How are you all going? I'm fantastic. Thank you for asking. So it's been a little while overall, but we've had a busy time of year. Like I said in my last video, I've been to Japan, and partly I've been really distracted ever since I got back with my new toy, which I guess bit of a spoiler for the rest of this video. But we're back to talk about it a little bit more, um, because I swear I searched on YouTube to find videos about the Steam Deck and nothing, zero, nothing out there. So I thought, you know what, it's a niche that needs to be filled, so let's fill it. Bam. So we are here for our 1 month with the Steam Deck check-in to see how I've been feeling about my purchase. Um, so I got this not New Year's Eve, Christmas Eve, 24th. It is now, by my calculations, the 24th of January. So let's have a look. Now, there will potentially be a few extra bits and bobs that may not be the same as what you might have seen in other ones. I think particularly something that I've come across is that in Australia, we have a different environment when it comes to accessories. We don't have all the same level of availability, even on Amazon. Obviously, because the Steam Deck's not sold in Australia, so there's far less, I guess, of a market to sort of drive that sort of stuff. So we're going to look at three accessories overall that I've purchased to use with the Steam Deck, how I've been playing the Steam Deck and how that's been going, and whether or not it's changed any of my gaming habits, I guess, which is the main thing, right? Like if you spend $1,000 on a device, you want it to do something. You want it to have some sort of impact, because if I was still just playing games on my computer and letting it collect dust like some other devices that I might have gotten in the past. So this is the Odin Pro, which great device, really, really cool device. And I think it's fantastic. The problem is that I spent all this time setting it up and tinkering with it, and that was fun. And played maybe halfway through Lufia on Super Nintendo. I played a little bit of Pokemon. I think my keyboard just died. And that's more or less all I did on that device, which for $450 or whatever I spent on it, probably not the best return on investment. Conversely, Steam Deck, I think it was what, $1,030 thereabouts, whatever it was. I kind of want to make sure that I'm using that a bit more than I use my Odin Pro. So let's have a bit of a debrief. Let's have a bit of a chat. Go grab a drink. Go grab a beverage of some sort, maybe a little snack, and let's have a bit of a chat about how it has been going. So, to start, let's have a look at my Steam Deck. Sorry, it's a little bit dark here, isn't it? Can I fix that? Now, unfortunately, I've found out that I've got too many USB devices. So my second light, which is powered off, I know that must be the power board that's losing. Anyway, not important. Not your problem, my problem. Here she is, right? Here is my lovely Steam Deck. And let's not put it in front of the mic necessarily. Now, you might be aware that this has a case on it. And that was probably my biggest priority when I came back, was to make sure that we properly protected the Steam Deck. And if you can come back to me, please, camera, that'd be fantastic. And being the device it is, I wanted to make sure that it was looked after. And the first thing I looked for and the first thing I investigated was, in fact, the kill switch from Dbrand. I see it everywhere in terms of recommendations for how to protect your Steam Deck. And I was pretty keen, like, you know what, I'm going to get a Dbrand skin. I'm going to get the Dbrand kill switch, and it's going to be fantastic. It's going to be great. It's, you know, everyone loves it. Everyone can't stop talking about how great it is. By the time I added it to my cart, including the front cover, the kill switch itself, a skin to cover the bits that are exposed by the kill switch. I can't remember if I added anything else. I think I added a screen protector. I think it was $150, and it had an estimated time of, I think, the 7th of February for when it arrived. So I'd still be like 2 weeks away from getting my kill switch at that point. So I ended up going in a different direction, and I ended up going for the JSAUX. I ended up going for their protection, which, let's be real, right? What I did is I got a $50 ripoff of the kill switch. Now, support innovation, but at the same time, $150 versus $50. It was kind of hard to go past that. So what we have is we have the travel cover here, nice little faceplate, which that slides off. As you can see, that we've got a little bit of padding that goes over the screen to presumably protect it. It really doesn't like this case, does it? It loses tracking real quickly. It snapped back to me. Nice. I'm using a Pocket 3 for my webcam these days, if you're curious. So we have that. We also have a not kill switch, the JSAUX screen protector, which if I turn the screen off, which I have incorrectly applied. So you can see up here, excuse the screen thing. So I've messed it up, and there's a bit that won't quite sit down flat. But other than that, applied all right. It was the second screen protector out of the two. The first one did not go on great, and so the second one I had a better shot at. But I still kind of want to get another one and try and get it perfect. That little corner right there just niggles me a little bit. I mean, I've got to get it right for it to be visible. Yeah, you see that right there. Yeah. Anyway, camera, behave. Thank you. So there's that screen protector, and then we have the case itself. So we have a case with a stand, so it can sit up. All this hard shell here is the case itself. So the only cutouts where the Steam Deck is, I guess, vulnerable. The vents, you can sort of see the cutouts for the vents and the USB-C port, LED light and stuff. And then over the front, obviously, the cutouts here so you can access the controllers. But I mean, that's only really out when you're playing. And then once you slip this little case on, it just clips over the top and then push it in. And then all that's protected as well. So that's great because when I'm playing in bed, I've got a bad habit of putting my electronics just next to my bed, and it's like, it's a bit dusty, the cats are running around. But if I slip that over the top, it's perfect. And also really good to sort of slip in the bag as well. So this has been fantastic for $50. I think it was $10, $12 for the screen protector as well. And the other thing I've got, which I won't pull up in front of the camera, I don't think, because it's plugged into bits. Oh, wait, maybe I will. Hang on, come here. What? No. No, we've unplugged it. That's all right. So the other thing that I've got is the JSOX Steam Dock. So we've got that plugged in for HDMI and stuff. I mean, you probably don't need to get a good look at that. Frankly, it sort of only barely fits with the case on. It technically doesn't fit, but it's close enough for me. It's good enough for me. So we are living with it. I sort of got to balance it in there, but it's, there's nothing precarious going on. So those three accessories, probably a good indicator that, yes, the Steam Deck has been fitting into my life quite a bit. So since I've gotten it, I have not left the house without it. I commute to work 3 days a week on average, and that's been fantastic. So I've actually been playing the Steam Deck on the train to and from work, which has been a schmick. I've been pretty consistently playing on the couch. I've also been playing it before bed. So I've actually been playing more video games by a not insignificant amount thanks to the Steam Deck, which I think is probably the main way to determine whether or not something's been good or not. So I think that that's a pretty good indicator that it's going to fit nicely moving forward, even after this first month. Having said that, I still haven't quite gotten through the initial setup process. I'm still tinkering with the Steam Deck, but I thought we might have a bit of a look at that. We'll actually jump into the Steam Deck now. I've got it set up through my capture card, so we can have a look at that together and see what we've been working on. And I'm conscious that the audio started coming through because I plugged it into the dock. Which button am I on? This one. All right, fantastic. Let's have a look. Let's have a look. Now, I'm going to need to turn on my controller, and I need to switch my my computer to HDMI so I can see what's going on without the delay from the capture card. Hopefully you think about it and you play nice with me. All right, so it's up on the stream. There we go. No. Why? I found it's been finicky with the... so I've got the Elgato 60X, and it feels like it's been quite finicky in terms of connecting with it. So it's capturing it fine, but why isn't it coming up on... Interesting. We're plugged in. That's plugged in. That's plugged in. That's plugged in. Let's try this. So perfect example of how finicky it is. I feel like half the problem with these is that like monitors are always trying to like correct the input. There we go. Unplug and replug it in. It's all good. All right, so here we are in the Steam Deck interface itself. So some fantastic little features, and I think I did touch on this in my first video, but I pretty sure I didn't have it set up to capture at that point because I didn't have my dock when I did that first very excited video. Is we have here the Steam Deck verified store. So this is all games that are verified to run really well on the Steam Deck. So you got some pretty obvious choices like fantastic little what do you call it, side scrollers like Shantae. And actually it's just occurred to me what's happening is something is playing in the background. So let's get rid of this. There's a sneaky little hint of some of the stuff that I've been doing on the Steam Deck, and we'll come back to that. So stuff like Shantae going to be fantastic on this. I definitely need to play more Shantae, and the Steam Deck's going to be a really good place to do it. So maybe I should get this while it's on sale, actually. But yeah, so we have a whole storefront here now. My biggest criticism of the storefront so far is that it doesn't feel like it moves very quickly. I feel like every time I've come to the storefront since I got it, so for the month, I've seen Diablo 4, Apex, Sea of Thieves, Elden Ring, Dead by Daylight, Phasmophobia's been up here. So I guess a couple of new games are coming in, but they're not new games necessarily. Hogwarts Legacy's been up here the whole time. Monster Hunter's been up here. I'm pretty sure, yeah, like Jurassic. I'm pretty sure all these games have been on this storefront since I got the device, which kind of feels like it might send the wrong message that there aren't that many Steam verified games, which my experience has been that's not the case. There's actually quite a lot. And that's without getting into the idea that there are actually a lot of games that are not verified or that are not working that actually work perfectly fine. Cyberpunk, yeah, that's been here the whole time. But I mean, it's good that when you first get your deck, you come here and you can sort of get a bit excited about some of the games you might want to play. And also it will pull out stuff from your wish list and display that up here as well. I don't know why YouTuber's Life is still on my wish list. That's definitely an out-of-date wish. So from there, we have the normal Steam Home as well. So this is where you'll see the normal Steam front. So this is where you'll see exactly what you see on your desktop or the Steam app. Look, we've got Power Worlds. Have I installed Power Worlds yet? No, I haven't because I'm playing it on Game Pass. That's right. And so that's where you get all your games. Now, in this case, no, did I plug in my Steam Deck for the last video? I'm getting deja vu. Hopefully, deja views. So that's all cool, but look, stores, you can see stores. It's fine. So let's instead go to my library and have a look at what's been going on here. So what I've done is I've set up a category called active. So games that I either am or intend to play currently and actively. And frankly, the only ones I've really been playing at the moment have been Neptuna, Melman, Fire Red, Mega Fire Red, and Tales of Berseria, along with Movlove. Whoops, got a bit crazy there, didn't we? And you'll also notice in the categories as well, we have. Wait, where is it? Oh, wait, no, it wasn't in categories. It was up here in the tab. We've got Great on Deck. So we have our entire library here of games that work on the deck. Fantastic. Great. But if we go back to categories, we go back to our active category, because these are the games I have been playing. Tales of Berseria. All my playtime on this has been on the deck. So we have done 11.3 hours. Now, in a month, I know that's quite modest. That's not quite a lot. I haven't played it in probably a week or two because I've been playing Pokemon Fire, Mega Fire Red, the Momon ROM hack. And you'll probably see shortly that I've got quite a lot of time in that. Unfortunately, this is supposed to be adding a ROM to the Steam library, so I can just play that particular ROM. Unfortunately, because this ROM hack requires a specific emulator, I haven't been able to figure out how to get that to work. Other ones have worked, but just not this one, unfortunately, for some reason. So let's go back to our collections. Let's go to emulation. And let's look at Emulation Station. So Emulation Station, we have 32 hours. So I've played about 40 hours. Probably closer to 50 or 60 hours, actually, because there have been other games that I've played, just sort of bits and bobs of, played on the Steam Deck in a month, which I think is pretty good, particularly if you account for the fact that I didn't get back home until the 8th of January. So really, I've gotten about 50 hours of gameplay in about 2 and a bit weeks. And that's pretty good for someone that works full-time and touches grass on a regular basis, I think. So, yeah, it's been fantastic. It's been really, really good. I definitely did plug in the Steam Deck, didn't I, in my other video? I feel like I remember showing the magnification and stuff, but that's all right. What I didn't have done is Emulation Station set up. So one of the things I'm really excited about and really looking forward to is playing around with some more emulation stuff, because I feel like for the first time, even though I've had other emulation devices and I've emulated on computer and I've got a Linux machine that I sort of half-heartedly tried to set up as an emulation machine, this is the first time that it's sort of clicked for me using EmuDeck and Emulation Station. The Steam Deck seems to have the exact perfect amount of performance versus portability, so that I can play some of those more demanding games. The Odin Pro that I've got, I mean, I think it plays up to GameCube, but it sort of gets a bit wishy-washy around that point, whereas this will play up to Switch. It doesn't play PlayStation 3, I don't think, and won't do Xbox 360 or PlayStation 4, obviously. But yeah, we've set up ourselves a little emulation garden here to sort of play some of my favorite backed up games that we have on the go. And I'm really looking forward to this, actually, the Switch emulation on the Steam Deck. I was very close last year to getting an OLED Switch, particularly the Tears of the Kingdom OLED Switch. I'm kind of glad I didn't, because now I get to play the Switch games on an OLED. Now, I'm very fortunate that I have a I pre-ordered the Switch, and my Switch still works. And my Switch has been set up so I can back up my games and play my games now on my Steam Deck. Now, I haven't had a chance to go through and do a bunch of that backing up, but I will be backing up some more stuff and putting it on here as we go. Particularly, I want to get Tears of the Kingdom on here, Breath of the Wild, Fairy Tail JRPG, which I'd never played because I played it on the Switch for maybe an hour, maybe 2 hours, and the frame rate was so horrible. And I'm just very curious to see if I can tinker a little bit in Yuzu here on the Switch, here on the Steam Deck, to get that to be a little bit more stable. That'd be fantastic. But outside of the Switch, we obviously have a lot of retro and older systems. I mean, it kind of hurts me that PS2 is considered retro. And I've started to spend the time to go in and actually make sure that this emulation system is a bit more thoughtful than perhaps in the past, where I have backed up every single game I own and made quite a nightmare of a catalog to go through. Whereas now I'm going through my favorite games that I own and backing those up onto the Steam Deck instead. So that it's a bit more of a focused system, a bit easier to find games that you might enjoy and you might want to actually spend time on. So that's kind of what we've been looking at here. So as you can see on PSP, we're sort of looking at games that I wanted to finish for a long time that I've never gotten around to. P3P, who knows? Maybe I won't get around to that and I'll just play the remake that comes out in a couple of weeks. The Yeast series I wanted to get into for a while. Now I've actually got this on Steam, but I'm tempted to play it on PSP just because it has a bit more of a bold, shall we say, UI that's a bit easier for me to read. And Breath of Fire 3 I'm pretty keen to get into as well. I know one of our top 10 lists I've talked about Dragon Quarter, which again is something I need to get on this as well, but I'm really excited that it feels like this is the time where I'll actually start playing a lot of these games. We've got a Nintendo 64. Now, forgive me, I've got some pretty horrendous scan lines on these. The scan lines are just for the videos. So part of my plan is that this is going to be set up and it's just going to sort of sit on a TV somewhere. And people will be able to play it like a sort of kiosk and find games that they love, games that they remember from their childhood. And they'll be able to have a bit of a play and have a great time. So with a few of the guys, some of the guys that you've seen on this channel and a few of our other friends, we regularly go away and we play board games, video games, just sort of nerd out for like 3 or 4 days. And that's coming up this year in May. And by then, I sort of hope that I'll have this all set up ready to go with some fantastic games that I pick up and back up from the old retro shop that's down in Garden City. And something I'm really excited to test and see if it'll work on the Steam Deck is Mario Dance Dance Revolution on GameCube, which that's my next little project that I'll be working on to try and get this to work. Unfortunately, kiosk mode like this, Rhythm Heaven's probably not a good fit. But hey, they can't all be winners, right? But what I've been spending most of my time on, I guess it's probably in favorites, isn't it? Is I need to go back to my correct input on my monitor. Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball. Yeah, that's all my time. Been on Dead or Alive Beach Volleyball. So most of my time has been on Mega Mom and Fire Red. So that's what we've been playing a lot of. Now, since this is a ROM hack, luckily it's fine since I own Pokemon Fire Red. But this is what we've been playing. And like as you can see, like as soon as I jump into these games, it automatically loads my last save state. I do often need to come in and just change the controller order so that it recognizes my controller. And I am playing on a DualSense at the moment. Oh god, we've got a karate nerd coming in, trying to push our shit in. Oh shit, he's got 3 Pokemon. This is the furthest I've ever gotten in a ROM hack. As you can see, the ROM hack here, we have a lot of Pokemon that have been turned into, well, cute girls. But holy moly, like the difficulty scaling in this, and I've got a feeling that there's a Mega Fire Red ROM hack that this is based on, and they've just done a sprite swap. So if you didn't want this sort of gaudy anime girl vibe, you don't need it. But holy moly, like this random trainer in the gym is probably going to be harder than any of the gym leaders in normal Fire Red, which has been great. It's been a really good challenge. What the? Close combat. I'll give you fucking defense. Oh, God. See, I've got 2 super potions. Oh my god. And yeah, fainted. Just from fighting a couple of trainers. I feel like I've run a bit far out of where I should be. Because my Typhlosion has gotten up to level 41. My Squirtle is like about to be 36. I think I'm trying to get the evolution at the moment. Wait, no, fire's weak against water. What am I doing? Oh my god, I'm an idiot. I always forget. Every fucking time I forget. I swear, games need to pick a lane between fire and water. Which one's strong against which? God damn. Alright, let's go, Pikachu. Who I've called Denki because I'm a weeb. Alright, Spark. But I've been skipping battles, and suddenly, like, I've just got a bunch of Pokemon that are in their mid to late 20s in level, and I'm fighting stuff that's like mid 30s to 40. Yes, 36. Let's go. Fuck yeah, Skullbash. Skullbash, what is that? 130, 100. Yeah, instead of withdraw, I don't use withdraw. Leave a comment if that's really bad meta for Pokemon. Not using withdraw. Look at Cap. Come on. Heracross. No. Ugh. Bug. That's gonna be fine for Spark, right? Ugh. Oh god, we're gonna lose. Alright, let's Volt switch into Amizu, our Wartortle. This is our starter. Our starter's not even our highest level because, like, I just had to use Typhlosion to get through a bunch of stuff. Aquatail. Fuck off. Fuck right off. And once you're fucked off, fuck off some more. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. Do it, Denki. I mean, I don't know if you're going to do it. Maybe a super lucky Paralyze. But we're not going to get a super lucky Paralyze. Why would we? Lost. Lost. I wired it out against Erica as well. Like a Typhlosion that was like well leveled, and for some reason, despite being like super effective, it was doing less damage with its fire moves against the grass Pokemon than Swift was doing, which is just normal effectiveness with our stab. It was ridiculous. I had no idea what's going on. There's some Pokemon shenanigans I don't understand clearly. But there we go, we got a Blastoise, which won't help us against Erica. But that's all right. I've still got lots to explore. Sorry, cats prowling around. I sort of look forward to doing that a bit more. Well, there we go. Restore your Pokemon in full health. Anyway, well, that's not really Steam Deck anymore, is it? This is more Pokemon now. But that's what I've been doing with the Steam Deck, is playing Pokemon. $1,000 and playing a 25-year-old game. I mean, we've got RetroArch in here, so we've got all the access to all the RetroArch menu stuff, which is cool. If we close out of it, we can play something else, but it automatically saves, so we can jump back into a game, and it will launch right back where we started, which is fantastic. As you can see, I've got a bunch of games that I'm really excited to sort of have easy access to play. So Mega Man X, love Mega Man X. You might have noticed that the channel has a bit of theming around Mega Man because a few of us are Mega Man fans. Various types of Mega Man out there. They're all good, right? All good. I've yet to find a Mega Man that wasn't a Mega Man, right? Scanlines here, I think, are great. Fantastic. Oh, this is where I get distracted and just start playing games. This is meant to be like a... Oh, I don't have dash, that's right. Oh my god, a free life. That's RNG manipulation right there. That's Taz strats. Going for world record lives. 0 damage. Defeat Vile on the first fight. Credit scene, skip, warp. Man, I'm good at this game. If you can't tell, I'm really fucking good at this game. Even without a dash. Oh no! It's over! Anyway, you get the idea. Even 64 games. I'm rambling. I'm rambling. So Steam Deck, fantastic. I think it's great. I think it's probably the best value computer purchase I've made in a while. It has made it very, very, very clear to me that it is a travesty that it has not been offered by Steam in Australia up until this point. 2 years. 2 years. And this device is not available to us Australians. Insane. Absolutely insane. No Half-Life 3, no Steam Deck in Australia. GG. Thank you very much, Valve. So yeah, that's the Steam Deck OLED after 1 month. Loving it. If you've got any questions or you'd like to see anything in more detail on the Steam Deck, let me know. If you'd like to see a bit more detail on the emulation stuff, let me know. Obviously, only back up the games that you own physical copies of. Super Nintendo cartridges somewhere here I could hold up to prove stuff, but hey, we don't need to do that. And yeah, I think so. Like I said, my next project is to try and get Dance Dance Revolution, the Mario version from GameCube, to work on it, which is very exciting. There's some dance mats for about $25-30 on Amazon. We'll see how good they are or are not. And yeah, I'll keep you guys up to date. So thanks for watching. Thanks for tuning in. We will be back with all three of us very shortly, so stay tuned for that. Don't forget to like the video and to subscribe if you'd like to see more. And I'm going to let this music from Mega Man play me out. Peace.